What's going on, my Broodwar brothers? Welcome back to another game from the ladder. Today we've got Soma versus Ssak, and this is kind of an interesting one, guys. This was played yesterday, and very recently both Soma and Ssak were defeated by a brand new player in the ASL. It is ivOry, who had kind of a miraculous ASL qualifier run where he took out Ssak, then he took down Piano, and he beat Soma 2-0 in order to get his spot in the ASL. Kind of ridiculous to see both of these players get knocked out in the qualifiers. That was the first week of qualifiers, so Soma actually managed to come back and he did make it into ASL, but this guy over here, Ssak, he didn't get into ASL. I'm not sure who knocked him out in the second qualifier, but he is not going to be in this season of ASL. And the new guy, ivOry, who's actually a 2200 ladder player, a Zerg player, is going to be taking that spot. Just so surprising to see a player who has no Wikipedia page, who is completely unknown, make it into the ASL by 2-0ing the strongest Zerg player in the world. I guess that's ZVZ for you. But he also proved, you know, he is capable of taking games off of strong Terran players as well. Both Piano and Ssak got taken out by him, so I'm really excited to see ivOry play. I've been watching his ladder accounts pretty closely to see if I can find some games against other pro players, but I haven't been able to find any as of yet. I'll keep on that, try to get some games for you there. But for now, we're going to be watching a Ssak versus Soma game. Here's, we've got a 12 hatch here out of Soma. He's got the gas rolling and a layer incoming. Nothing really out of the ordinary here. Ssak with the Mickey Mouse wall. It's a little bit of an unfortunate wall with the Marines popping out on the outside, but he's going to be completely fine. We've got the Overlord here over the natural, spotting everything. And so Soma cutting a lot of corners here. He hasn't produced any lings until now, with 4 lings going to pop out here pretty soon. We'll be able to shut down any scouting SCV. I don't think I've seen a scouting SCV here. Maybe the scouting SCV popped in and then left, but I haven't seen it. So Ssak playing a little bit in the dark right now. He doesn't see anything that's going on for Soma, and Soma's actually gone for a 2.5 hatch. Getting that hatch a little bit earlier than you usually would. Where's the Spire? There it is. Spire in the natural. Now, I wouldn't recommend this, not in this matchup at least, because a lot of the time, well, not a lot of the time, but there are quite a few cases where your natural can be broken as Zerg, and the Terran, you know, they'll get in here, break through, you know, when you're on 3 base or 4 base, and if your Spire is here, they can target that down very quickly and then leave you without any ability to produce Mutas or Scourge, which can lead to a very awkward situation for the Zerg player. But he's gone ahead and thrown it down here in his natural. We'll see if that ends up coming into play. A lot of the time, it's much better to put it somewhere in the main base. You know, out here somewhere where it's easily defended. You know, a lot of the times the Terran player, if they do drops, they're gonna drop and try to get behind the main mineral or the mineral patches here. Maybe get up here, because it's difficult to route the Terran force if it's behind some mineral patches like this. A sunken colony is going down here, but it's a little bit late. Looks like it will just barely finish up in time. Ssak not taking the risk with this early push across the map to not gonna risk getting surrounded here by lings, but actually lings pop out. I think he's gonna get a decent surround here on a lot of these Marines. However, the great Marine control there. You can see he was letting most of the Marines fire and then selecting individual Marines to pull them back away from the ling damage, away from the surrounding lings, just to keep those few alive. and ends up taking that trade rather well. I thought he was going to get routed there in that fight, but he only lost about 3-4 Marines, and he manages to get all his medics back home as well. So really great trade there for Ssak, just purely micro base. Now we've got a factory on the way. We've got the +1 coming up. This was an academy build here. Getting that stim and moving across the map before the mutalisks come out. He forced a few extra lings and he forced this sunken, so it was definitely worth it, but it's not gonna hurt Soma that badly. And now he's coming in with the mutas. You can't really engage with these mutas just right now because we don't have range yet. We also don't have +1. A counterattack gonna fly into the main base here. So gonna go right up this ramp, going after the turrets with the lings. Lings are gonna help out a lot taking down these turrets, but a couple of Marines do pop out and everything gets forced back. 3 barracks play here from Ssak. And a third base coming down for Soma here in the bottom left. This is a calculated bottom, calculated base here. Got to scan in the natural. If Ssak scans down here, he's not going to know where this location is, and it could be a while. Look at that. He did scan right now. He scanned this base, and you know what he's thinking now? Maybe the base is over here. Maybe the base is over here. I doubt that he's thinking that it's down at the natural right over at this location. And you know, Soma's doing a good job of moving his mutas around the map, making sure that he can catch if a few Marines move down in this direction. But Ssak is a little bit in the dark as to where that expansion is right now, and he's probably not going to know for a little while. Hydralis Den is coming, so we have a transition point here for Soma. Soma is going to have a little bit of a hard time, though, with this base being where it is. It's going to be a little bit tough to defend this location. It's not like you have a high ground here to put lurkers on and defend easily. Good job sniping off some medics here, picking off some Marines. He's gonna bring all the mutas forward. Quite a few of these mutas go down, though. That was not the greatest trade there for Soma. Constantly stimming up and fighting pretty well, targeting pretty well has Ssak. Throughout these engages, more lings gonna pop out. This is the danger with the 3 hatch play, with the 2.5 hatch play, excuse me, is that there's going to be a lot more lings on the field. There's a big opportunity for the Zerg player to surround and kill your Marine medic ball as it starts to move out. Ssak being very conservative, though, not moving too far away from his natural, staying close to his rally point. A tank push is going to be coming here for Ssak very soon, and we've got Irradiate on the way. So as soon as Irradiate comes out, we've got that first Irradiate. He's going to want to start to push across the map. The moment the mutas come in, we're going to throw down that Irradiate, and then we're going to push very, very hard. And it seems like Soma's going to have enough time here to get lurkers out. So he's not completely reliant on these mutas for that defense. He's going to have lurkers in position. He's got a creep colony down here as well. He's going to have lurkers here shortly. 3 lurkers at this base as well. The hive is almost done. So this push, although it is going to be very scary, it's a little bit later than it probably could have been. It does have a lot of tanks with it, but oh goodness, Soma sniping one of the tanks. Very, very nice there. 2 tanks pushes through Sunkens and lurkers. Much, much slower than 3 tanks. It's kind of it's a stacking effect. The damage gets a little bit stronger the more tanks that you have. Actually, a lot bit stronger the more tanks that you have. Oh god, that was a bad pull out from Ssak. Ssak pushing forward here, spreading out his Marines. His tanks are doing a fantastic job here as well of killing off a lot of these lurkers. Gonna go after one more of those tanks. 2 lurkers here going to back away. That was an excellent attack by Ssak, spreading out a lot here to take on these lurkers. Even though they're on high ground, if you manage to get up the side here onto high ground yourself, it's not going to make much of a difference. Oh, going after this. He does get the Science Vessel. A great pick off there. It's going to make it so much harder. Oh gosh, and this is amazing. Killing off a ton of Marines here too. This counterattack with lings making a huge difference. Sniping down a ton of rallied Marines. He might even get this as well. Oh, he gets another! He gets another science vessel there. A lot of holes in the game of Ssak. Now, when we've been watching Ssak recently playing in the KCM, he has been doing fantastic against both Zerg and Protoss. But Soma is making him look a little bit silly here, picking off multiple tanks just with his Mutilus control and getting multiple science vessels as well, with just 2 pairs of Scourge at a time, or 1 pair of Scourge at a time, excuse me. That's not good, and now he's gonna get surrounded here for sure. He is gonna lose this army. That's so many Lings. A lot of Mutas coming up as well. He's gonna lose another science vessel. That's 3 science vessels that have gone down so far. Lurkers behind this as well. He's gonna start to walk forward and right into some of these Lurkers here. Tank sieging up. Few more Lings are gonna pop out, but Lurkers from the right hand side and Lings are gonna come forward, finishing off this tank, and all the Marines and medics will go down. Brutal. Immediately gonna go ahead and take a 4th here. You know that as a Zerg player, after cleaning up that tank and Marine push, there's not a lot of momentum left for the Terran player, and you can immediately throw down a 4th base, confident that you'll be able to defend that. And I think that Soma will be grabbing that base here shortly, going up to 4. Gas is very, very important. We are just about to have +1 armor here, about halfway done is that upgrade. A few Marines, a few medics on this high ground with a single science vessel as well. Nice targeting here with the Lurkers. A lot of these Marines end up going down. The Lings are just crushing these Marines here, and the 2 Lurkers do survive. They're gonna try to run forward, but good stim and move up by Ssak. He's gonna go ahead and pick off this last Lurker as well. Not enough damage from that. No upgrades on it, and he's already got +1 armor, so it takes quite a few hits from the Lurkers to actually kill any of these Marines. That doesn't matter if you're gonna be targeting with your Lurkers, especially if you've got 3 of them. Nice pick off there as well. Trying to get a Dark Swarm closer and closer to this natural. It's up to Ssak to keep his science vessels alive and keep them irradiating on these defilers. Make sure that he doesn't get run up on. There we go. He manages to snipe that 1 Lurker there. Oh, a few Scourge coming out. Good job sniping that. But some army going to be moving around the bottom side here. Moving up on the 3rd base, completely uncontested. We're going to have a Dark Storm and a Lurker Burrow on the right-hand side of this hatchery. Oh, boy. He's going to be killing a lot of these workers, it looks like. You can't really retreat with all of these SCVs if there's Lurkers behind this in the way of that retreat. 1 fire bat here, but it does go down as well. 2 kills already on this Lurker, and it's going to get many, many more here as time goes on. But bringing back the Marines, he's going to clean this up. Now, oh god, that was a lot of kills. I think that was the double damage glitch. Double damage glitch is when the Lurker dies. If it's firing right as it dies, sometimes it will do that double damage. So doing double damage, killing a whole bunch of those Marines, that is very unfortunate for a Terran player. But you know what? Soma, he took a bit of a risk here. He could have just thrown down Dark Swarm, set up his Lurkers, and really denied this base here. But instead, he got a little greedy. He went past the base and tried to get into the natural, and Ssak managed to shut that down. So pretty reasonable defense here from Ssak. Now, he's still not in a good position, but he didn't have to stop mining here. He lost a few SCVs, but he's got another base up. He's possibly going to be able to mine off of that base as well. And there's not a whole lot here on the field right now for Soma. But that being said, damn, that was a great plague there, dealing a ton of damage. And oh my god, running straight into these Lurkers. That army just got eaten alive after eating that plague. Falling back once again with the science vessels. Not too many kills on these. They really need to get a little bit more than that if they want to retain their value. Oh boy. 4 dropships heading out on the map, but they're immediately spotted here. 4 dropships heading towards the main base. Soma has a ton of notice that this is coming in. We've just now finished our Ultras Cavern, so there's not going to be any Ultras popping up for quite a while. Big plague, huge plague on this army, and not any medics. There's one medic in this group. All the rest are Marines. He's going to have to go after one of these buildings, it looks like. Maybe try to kill the Defiler Mound or something. He's not going to get much else more than that. Maybe he can kill the spawning pool. This one medic is having a hell of a time. Just 20 energy left. Okay, this is actually the right Evo Chamber to target. He is gonna get it. He's gonna get it. Oh, this is so... What? Oh, God, 16 HP. I thought he had that. I really thought he had that. No way. 16 HP this Evolution Chamber survives. That is crazy. That's the +2. We're already on +2 here for Terran. He's gonna start the +3 now, but if he had managed to deny this, he would have had a two attack advantage for a certain amount of time. I don't know for how long it's gonna take for Ssak to get another the upgrade started on another Evo chamber, but it was gonna be for some amount of time at least. Now we're gonna have the +2 finish, and actually we're gonna be even on those upgrades, 2 armor to 2 attack from the Marines for quite a while here. Another great plague on these poor science vessels. They've been eating plague all day. I think we're gonna have a spore here at the front. It's one of the best tools for the Zerg. Oh, big drop down here in the bottom right. He's gonna go after this base here. Gonna pick off this lurker with the dart, or with the irradiate, and actually he kills the gas. He may be able to get this hatchery as well, because we don't have a Nidus. Okay, Nidus is in the natural. One of these vessels is gonna go down. A lot of the Marines are just kind of standing here, not really moving right now, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but he kills this base. Killing the base is the main issue. He may be able to get the spawning pool as well. It looks like he will actually. Oh God, what are these Marines doing? Kill the spawning pool, kill all the drones. Look at all these drones sitting right here next to this base. He's going for the main again. 2 of these dropships have 1 HP. He tries to run out. He tried it. Not able to pick off that Defiler for free. Looks like he could get over here and pick this off. Maybe he wants to come down into the bottom center once again. What are these science vessels doing here? They're just waiting to have some Scourge pop out and finish them off. But actually, he gets in here. All right, he's gonna pick off that lurker for sure, but this is a few too many lings, I think, and with the Dark Swarm and this many Defilers, another big plague goes down, and this attack has been routed. Oh boy, a lot of Scourge coming in here, picking off all of these dropships, all of those science vessels as well. The 4th gas gets back up and running. We are at 19 minutes, so we're about to run out here on the main base gas. The natural gas is getting a little low as well. 3rd base is still fine. 4th base, of course, still plenty of gas. And this 5th is now coming up. Ling here managing to make it into the center left. But you know, one thing that Ssak has managed to do with all these drops, I mean, he killed this base, which didn't really slow down things too much here for Soma, but he actually got this base up here. He got this base up as well. And his mining has kind of been secured. It's like one Ling managing to kill the bunker there. Too bad Ssak just didn't put anything in that bunker. Army moving through the middle of the map. Looks like it's going to be heading over here to the center right. But counterattacks are going to come through, I think, with a lot of Lings, a lot of Ultras as well. No 3rd upgrade for that. Oh, did he lose that? Okay, it died, but it finished the upgrade. It's a little bit unfortunate for Ssak. I guess he must have ran in and finished that off, but it was a bit too late. Looks like he's gonna pick off the 5th base. So consolation prize here for Ssak is he's probably gonna lose his army, but he stops that base from going down. Another drop here into the main. Another drop going forward. Can he actually do anything here? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do much. He loses one of his dropships, and these Marines are going to get cleaned up by the Ultra. This is where drops really become ineffective, is when Ultralists hit the field. Oh God, just kill that Ultra, please. What are we watching? Like 3-4 extra Marines went down there just because he didn't want to shoot that thing. Ling's moving up here towards the third base, but Ssak has done a great job of keeping the pressure on Soma and just not allowing him to actually attack. Not allowing him to go out on the map and deal any damage. So Soma now cleaning up this army here at the bottom. He's eaten a lot of irradiates. Looks like he's going to get this science vessel as well. But now Soma can actually push out. He can actually do something now on the map. Another base going to come down here for Ssak. I don't know if he can hold on to this. Now that Soma has map control, it's going to be a bit rough. One defiler, single defiler moving across the map. Oh, it looks like it is going to get caught here. Does need to throw down a... Gotta irradiate this defiler, man. You cannot allow this defiler to walk forward. Nice plague on all of these medics. Medics are gonna heal each other until they are out of energy, unless he right clicks them on something. Looks like he did right click them somewhere. These Marines gonna double stim and run up here, try to pick off this hatchery before it finishes. +3/+3 is done. Some ultras making their way down to the bottom left. Not enough Marines to hold this off, actually. Oh, wow. That was some pretty interesting control there. Oh, and he's going to get the defiler as well. So failing to irradiate that, at least he manages to finish it off with his Marines. Nice plague there on the first battle cruiser as it pops out. A few more Marines going to come up here, and it looks like he may just barely be able to hold. His natural, though, is being attacked, and his third base is under threat. This command center could end up going down if he doesn't get something out here to deal with this attack pretty soon. Or actually repair that would be the main issue. Get some repair going. Another attack over here to the center right. Looks like he may be able to pick off this base here. Drone going to work on this one single Marine. Fire bats here doing their work. But this base in the bottom left does end up going down. He will have to lift and evacuate. Oh, this base is so low. Only 200 HP left on that. It looks like one SCV repairing. Just barely going to be enough here. Do we have a queen? Any queens? No queens, I don't think. Some bunkers on high ground here. Ssak really needs to claim another base because Soma has grabbed that 5th gas now. Once again, he's going to grab a 6th as well. And he's starting to get ahead in supply. Making another attack here into the 3rd. Gonna lose a bunch more SCVs to Ssak. Ssak gotta get some irradiates down on this and start to use these battle cruisers a little bit better defensively. Another Dark Storm goes down here. He needs some... Oh, great plague as well. Getting the battle cruiser and quite a few Marines as well. Very annoying stuff here. This defiler with just 14 HP somehow managed to get that down. Oh, I missed this. Little run by here from Ssak, managing to get into the bottom center. He cuts off this base. So actually Ssak making a real case for himself here. This gas is about to run out. We are about to run out of 3 gases, so it's going to be like a 2.5 gas Zerg here pretty soon. That's depleted. This is, yeah, 2.5 gas Zerg right here, right now. That's all we've got. And we're still on 2-base mining for Terran. Terran can do a lot with 2-base mining. It's kind of ridiculous. Defiler going to come up here. Do we have any fire bats in these bunkers? No. If we had fire bats here, he could absolutely hold off a Zerg attack with just a few Zerglings. But the Dark Swarm is going to come down on this 3rd base. And I think that Ssak may end up losing that mining. His 3rd is very low on minerals as well. These battle cruisers are doing a fantastic job of defending, trying to get up here into the 4th base of Soma, but Dark Swarms come down, and the flank on both sides of these Marines and medics means this is going to get cleaned up here. Battle cruisers coming up to the front. He's looking for something, anything he can pick off right now, but there's spore colonies everywhere. Soma is locked up tight here. He has forgotten about this for now, but I think he'll get on that pretty darn soon. We're going to see Dark Swarms come down here now, and this base is probably going to go down. Dark Storm there as well. Actually, he can't kill the base, but at least he can kill this one bunker. So that bunker may end up falling. We could see another couple of consumes here and another Darkstorm thrown down, but we haven't seen that just yet. Moving through the middle of the map here, Ssak gonna head towards the 6 o'clock, I think. No, taps out. GG. Not gonna be able to take this game. A little bit too much multitasking here from Soma. He managed to get this base up. He managed to secure that. I feel like, you know, Ssak, man, it was close, dude. Maybe just getting a little bit frustrated with not being able to clear this base over here. This push out was probably what broke the camel's back. I mean, we're still ahead in supply. We still have mining here. It's getting very, very low though. And with that defiler attack coming through, I guess he just didn't have enough. If he had a fire bat in that bunker, it would have made a world of difference. But yeah, with this army being cleaned up, I guess he just didn't have it in him to continue on here. We're gonna get another plague there. Great plague. And yeah, I guess this army going down was the straw here, which broke the camel's back. Not able to get down here and secure this base. The battlecruiser play was nice with the defense, but he probably needed to get down here with the battlecruisers and just start clearing out this area to get the next base online. This is that moment when Ssak almost managed to get up here and kill this base, but Ultras came in at the perfect time and cleaned up this Marine force, and I guess that's where Ssak lost his advantage. That's where he lost his will to continue on here. Another drop in the main. I actually missed this drop. So he got a drop off in the main as well. It kind of timed out with this attack and started to go after the Defiler mound. So he almost managed to get that, but some more Ultras came up and Lings as well. And as everything gets cleaned up, you just start to run out of faith here that you can continue on in this game. And, you know, we were getting close to this mining out as well. Actually, not that close. I take that back. About halfway here. So still 2 gas mining. I think this was still sort of playable. Looking at that supply, maybe not. It's hard to tell when you're actually playing. Even from a 1,000-foot view, it's, you know, from the replay perspective, it's still hard to tell if this was playable or not. It's like borderline, very, very borderline. But from Sakk's point of view, maybe he thought he just lost completely. And so he gives up, guys. That is it for our daily dose of Broodwar. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it would be fun to check out Ssak versus Soma since they both got beaten by ivOry, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing ivOry's games here in the future. I want to see if that was just a fluke or if he can continue to take wins in the ASL. My guess is it's just a fluke, but we are going to find out very, very soon. If you want to see those games, I will link you guys the ASL stream in the description so you can check it out. Actually, the only one you can see is the Soma versus ivOry series. Unfortunately, the Ssak versus ivOry or Gano versus ivOry series was not televised. So that's just going to be up in the air as to what happened in those games. Guess we'll never know. I'm sure they were interesting. The Soma versus ivOry games were pretty cool. He had a pretty good take on ZVZ, but that is a toss-up matchup. Either way, I feel like Soma played a bit defensively because he was thinking, you know, I'm better than ivOry here. I just need to not make mistakes and I should be okay. But ivOry, you know, he took liberties and managed to get an advantage. And if you're not willing to take risks, if you're just going to play defensively, you're probably going to end up in a disadvantage. And that's kind of what happened. Soma taken down by ivOry. And while Soma managed to take down Ssak here, I'm still looking forward to more Ssak games. He's impressed me so much in the KCM. I will continue to watch Ssak in the future. But guys, that is it for today. I'll see you tomorrow.